you're the governor.
But Stanley, what has the governor done since now that everybody keeps saying they are pushing him happening about leader, about one? The governor has not said one word, but people keep saying they are pushing him.
All this problem going on in this state are being caused by those around the governor. The problem between the minister and the governor is those around the governor. They are the ones instigating the governor. They are the ones pushing the governor. Fight the minister, push him out. You're the governor, you're the one in charge. If not, the governor knows he's not a politician. Understand? He's still learning this game. No, if you're getting my point. The governor is still learning the game, and the president cannot entrust a state as River State to him. If you're talking about in terms of voting and all the rest, when you come talk about politics, there's no way the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, will entrust the state to the governor to be the leader of politics in the state. He knows that Ifiemi is granted. He knows the game.
All right, let's go to Rumudara then.
Ifiemi is my leader.
All right, God's power from Rumudara. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Andrew.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
Aiba God's power, go ahead.
Andrew, first I want to begin by saying that the intervention of President Bola Tinubu benefits Rivers people. You know why? Because if it favors the FCT minister more, it's from Rivers State. If it also favors the governor more, it's also from Rivers State. So above all, the intervention favors Rivers people. But my concern, Andrew, this revelation and this information we are getting now has been known by the governor right from time. But he refuses to tell the people when we are asking what were the agreements. The FCT minister is the political leader in Rivers State, has been made known to the governor before this time. But the problem we have been having is that some people want to render the FCT minister political impotent. That has been the problem in Rivers State, Andrew. And not for who is the leader and who is not the leader. They already know the position of the president. And for those that were speaking for the governor from the federal, they were speaking for themselves. It has shown clearly that they were not speaking for the president. Now that the president has spoken, it's all known the position of the president. Andrew, let me tell you.
All right, God's power, but I don't think whoever spoke before spoke out of term. Are you saying that when Bola said that the governor is the leader of the APC, as it is written in the APC constitution, he was wrong? Because the president did not say the FCT minister is the leader of the APC. That's not what the president said as well.
Andrew, he said that Ifiemi should be respected, that he is the political leader in Rivers State, that APC or PDP.
Political leader, because it's going to involve, not be understand a rainbow coalition. Now Renew Hope for Renew Hope movement. Yes, that's what he's basically saying. Okay, are you going to say that aren't there other political parties in Rivers State? So are you going to say automatically the FCT minister, because the president has said it, is in charge of all the political parties in Rivers State? That would not be correct. So basically, the president could be referring to what concerns his movement, don't you think?
The president was very, very, very intentional about his statement. And he is referring to his own political family in the state.
Exactly the point. Now you are there.
He knows that both PDP and APC is supporting him in Rivers State. And Puma is not the leader in APC in Rivers State as it is today. So he is saying that, look, Ifiemi should be respected. His decision should be respected. He is the leader of the coalition in Rivers State.
All right, God's power. Thank you. Well, all I can say is time will tell, because I foresee a lot more twists coming pretty soon. Let's just leave it at that and go on this quick commercial. Andrew, good morning. President Tinubu has intervened, halts. This is according to what's on This Day Live. It says the president has asked that all impeachment processes stop. The governor should be allowed to govern unhindered. And the FCT minister he described as the political leader in Rivers State and should be respected. And that, people, is what the report is saying. However, there are many that are interpreting, looking at it, what agreements did they have, where are they coming from, whose interest is this protecting, which brings me to my major question. This intervention of the president, who benefits the most? Yes, who benefits the most? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007 are the numbers you can call. You can use the WhatsApp number and send us a WhatsApp message, 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416 is the WhatsApp number. Andrew, good morning. I can see most people misunderstand the president based on their political sentiment. To me, the president's position is very okay because he made us understand that the problem with Rivers State government is the FCT minister. Though he sees Wike as still very relevant to his election, that's why he states that Wike is the political leader. But he made it clear that he should allow the governor to lead, which is also another point. Why did he refer to, why did the statement say the FCT minister should? Let's look at that statement again. Because it's a very important thing. You already brought, I was going to come to it, but you rushed me now with this message. So this is it. Reports from This Day said the president told the governor that the FCT minister remains the main political leader in Rivers State and that he must be respected. While the minister was number one, why is it that it was the minister that was told to halt impeachment plot? Was it the minister that initiated the impeachment plot? Or is the president trying to tell us something we do not know? Because members of the House were the ones who initiated the impeachment process, citing several things that they felt were gross misconduct. But now the president is telling the FCT minister, if this report is what we should go by, you remember, this is a report on This Day. The president is now telling the FCT minister to stop any impeachment plot against the governor, and secondly, allow smooth governance. So what is the president trying to tell us? Is he also trying to say the FCT minister has not been allowing smooth governance in Rivers State? So there are questions on both sides of this divide. And what's his name? Samir, I think, pointed that out as well in his message. Though he sees Wike as very relevant, that's why he states that Wike is the political leader, but made it clear that he should leave the governor and Rivers State in peace. Otherwise, he wouldn't like it. I think that's a fair judgment for Rivers people. And it brings me back to my question, who benefits the most? Okay, you, political leader, take. This person, nobody should disturb him anymore. Allow him do his job as governor and govern unbothered or unhindered. Settled? Is that basically what the president is saying? Susie in Erema, let's hear you. Good morning.
Andrew, morning.
Yeah.
You asked a question that the president said that the FCT minister should allow development to thrive in Rivers State. If that is not what the president meant, it will amount to negation of the reality. What I mean is, does it mean the governor does not receive allocation from Abuja? Does it mean the governor does not have a template here in Rivers State that he forced to make sure that development thrive in Rivers State? So to what extent would the FCT minister be a distortion to the processes of governance in Rivers State?
Are you then saying the president, are you suggesting the president doesn't know what he's saying?
No, if the statement made by the president is an open-ended statement, to this extent that you are asking.
Let me read it again. Let me read what the president said again. The president told the governor that the FCT minister remains the main political leader in Rivers State. Is that open-ended?
That is close-ended.
Thank you. Hold on. Now, that's part A of it. Let me read part B now. Let me read part B. While the minister was directed to stop any impeachment plot against the governor and allow smooth governance in Rivers State. Is that open-ended?
I am taking it from the angle.
I'm asking. Hence my question. If the no, you are not. You are dodging. You want to dodge me, Susie. That is why I'm holding you. So you have to. Susie, you have to answer me first.
A close-ended statement.
Exactly.
The question you raised when you said whether the president, what he meant for saying that the FCC should allow
Susie, let me rephrase so you understand. Susie, let me rephrase. If the president is telling the FCT minister to stop any impeachment, while the minister was directed to stop any impeachment plot, I think that's very clear. That's why I ask, is it the minister that instituted the impeachment? It was the House of Assembly members. So why is the president directing the minister to stop? That's one. Then number two, in the same sentence, he also said, allow smooth governance in the state. If the president is telling the minister to allow smooth governance in the state, the next question would be, is the president trying to say that the FCT minister was not allowing smooth governance in the state?
It is to that extent I say it's a negation of the reality. And I mentioned, has it been that? Is it possible that the governor has not been receiving allocation from Abuja? Or that the governor is not actually employing his policies and doing what he ought to do here in Rivers State?
But the president...
That is to go by.
Okay.
That is where I say it's a negation of the reality of
all right, Susie, thank you. However, the question would be, is the president aware or not aware that in Rivers State, the governor is receiving allocation? The president should be in the best place to know if the governor of Rivers State is receiving his allocation or not. And if he knows that, why would he go on to make such a statement? That's another fundamental question. Cookie Gam in Rumolumeni, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
Yeah.
Andrew, ask one simple question on this much, which I want to ask. Say, who will benefit for this thing that the president is doing?
Yes.
The president will benefit. Let me give my reason why he benefit. Last election, 23, the Rainbow Coalition gave the president 231 votes. Out of
231?
231. Check it. Google it now. Google it now. Tell me now. Google it now. 231,000 votes. Google it and tell me now.
You have said 1,000 now. Go on. You said 231 before.
Now, out of 4 million votes, close to 4 million votes, Andrew, it's just less than 5% or 10% of the voter register. So the president knew that vote he got to 2021, 2023, it's not enough for him. They want to use him now to make it up to 1 million. That's what the president is. Because you know the organized support the government is having in Rivers State now it's 30. So without the organized support now, without one, the man want to get 1 million votes at least for Rivers. That is what he's doing. The president will benefit. That's what I'm saying. So Andrew, whether leader or no leader, Andrew, the owner of your station now is the owner. When I go up because he's just of the station, now he won't take it from him. Will he be shouting? I'm the owner of this FM Wazobia and Nigeria. We will shout on the system of court. Any man that shouted, it's not a man. It does not.
But we might also, if somebody is contesting it, we might need to shout well so that everybody else will know. Because yes, so because the idea is not about us that own it. We that own it, we know we own it. But the people who they are shouting to might not know what is right and what is true. So we need to shout to so that they know that, oh, these are the real owners. Thank you, Cookie Gam. Joseph in LMA, good morning. We lost the call from Joseph. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Being a political leader means the minister calls the final shots when it comes to political issues in the state. In other words, Wike is of priority to the president and governor. Simtoni Odum. I said this in the morning. I said some people are. Is it possible that some people who are supporters of the minister would say, "Oh, the minister is of more importance"? Some who are supporters of the governor will say the governor is of more importance. But if you look at it, does it not show that where the president is sitting, both of them are of equal importance? Chima and Rumokuta, who is benefiting most from this? Who is benefiting most from this intervention? That's the big question.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chima.
Mr. Ifiemi, if we talk about political leader and political power, you understand that what Susie was trying to tell you is actually right. Because if you say somebody is a political leader, it means that he influences governance in the state. He has the power. They have political religious leader, which we will say about the Pope, and people are saying that the Pope has political power religiously and political power also. I don't know how to say it, but the issue is that if you come to say somebody is a political leader of a state, go and check the meaning. You will understand how influential that person is. Then you're saying that the governor should govern. Govern where when somebody is a political leader. And that person is something that will control you. Now, let me go to my own area of this thing. The president of Nigeria is offering to patronize us here in Rivers State. You're giving us what we know already, because from the onset, we have been arguing that the FC leader is the political leader of Rivers State. And now that's why you're coming to choke in us. Now, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about political leader or political party? We are talking about the breach of social contract that was signed with us and the governor of Rivers State. We're talking about legitimacy, constitutional thing. That if we have told you, we have voted instead, according to our parliamentarian, that we don't want him again, then you are coming again to choke him into our throats. That's not making sense. Now, but the question you're asking, who is benefiting? I would say the president is benefiting. Because he's suffocating us in Rivers State here.
Don't you want Chima? Don't you want the president to benefit?
Everybody that was benefit, of other person. How would you give Rivers State in the rigmarole?
But Chima, you would also agree. Wouldn't you agree that for one person to benefit, another person must not benefit? That's how benefiting works.
When we have what they call fair landing and fair hearing, if we do not benefit, we don't understand, we are not cheap. That we're talking about.
All right, let's go to Gift in Yenegua. Thank you, Chima. Gift, good morning.
Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew.
Oh, yes.
The truth of the matter, these things are very glaring. We don't need to be beating around the bush. Just like Ifiemi Stanley Amadi called you and told anyone who cares to listen. The governor used his own mouth. See, most times I pity all of us. This governor said, my organ, my boss. This same governor told you, I am not a politician. Anything politicking belongs to my organ. From nowhere, instead of you to interrogate the governor, yesterday you told us, if it is everybody is a wicked, the FCT minister, people will say you said something yesterday, you have changed your mind today. But how running away from what the government is doing to every one of us? Do you know that because of this leader and no leader, the state is stagnant? Even with the allocations that my brother Susie from Erema was telling us is coming in. Okay, you are receiving this type of amount, huge amount. Do you know that Lagos, Rivers, which other state again? Okay, Abuja, FCT. These are the ones that if you go through the allocations, it is so heavy. Internally generated revenue. But what is happening in the state?
All right, Gift, why do you think the president directed the FCT minister to stop all impeachment proceedings?
Thank you for asking. I wanted to even address that issue. Let me tell you, most times some of us we want to play hide and seek game. I don't do that. The president knows the capacity of the minister. And these guys in the House of Assembly came out openly to say, the governor, myself, every other person in this House of Assembly, the funds were bought. This man did everything for us. We are not ungrateful. We are grateful to him. When they entered that very trouble between themselves and the governor, he stood by them. And at the end of the day, these guys are listening to this very man. Because why? When they found themselves in trouble, he came to their rescue. So in other words, the president understands that. That was why he even named him as the leader, not just River State political leader. He mentioned his own political party. This man is not a member. Mind you, it was not even a member, but he quoted Mr. President. A
All right. So, in other words, the president is aware that the FCT minister wields a lot of influence over lawmakers in Rivers State.
Yes.
So, why do you think then the president? Why do you then also think that the president said the FCT minister should allow governance smoothly in Rivers State?
Allow governance. Once the FCT minister pleads with these people, you cannot lord it over them, mind you, because that was what people were thinking, will lord it over the governor. All these persons in what form? But today, the governor is resisting, trying to even bring down the man how to beg the finger that feds him.
So why do you think the president said the minister should allow smooth governance in Rivers State?
In terms of what he's saying, you have the capacity, you can call this your men, in terms of pleading with them. If you want to use the word, like call them to order, they will listen to you. You know that these guys will not listen to anybody.
All right.
In terms of standards, they rejected.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Gift.
Imagine a parent coming to tell them, they will not listen.
All right, Ida from Nkoro, good morning.
Andrew Ifiemi, good morning.
Yeah.
The governor of the state remain my leader, remain the 001. One governor for one state, one king for one kingdom. Andrew Ifiemi, within the governor and the FCT minister, who can stop you not to go to work?
But Ida, I don't think the point the president was making here is who to go to work or who not to go to work, because it was very clear politically. He says the FCT minister is the leader. Oh, are you saying that the governor is politically more sound than the FCT minister?
Excuse me. They don't want to do political event, and the governor said today people are not going to do this thing. They'll be able to do it.
All right, let me ask a question. The governor, the FCT minister said just recently, if you don't allow us, we are going to use it by force. Did the governor stop him?
The governor will not stop him now.
Did the government put out a statement to say anything against that?
Because they know that they don't have the population for that stadium, they are renovating that. So why did they go to that airport soon? That stadium that is in airport. They don't have the capacity. The governor is a quiet human being. My brother, since the governor took over River State, you can see that project is booming in River State. Come to town houses, come to Creek Road, come to this thing. Because maybe not keep
So if projects are booming in River State, why then was the president saying they should allow governance run smoothly?
Because of this impeachment move now, because the FCT minister was there sitting in Assembly's complex, directing them what to do. Because Cyber Almighty God who created heaven and earth, they cannot impeach the governor. The governor
all right, Ida. Okay, we'll wait and see. People would have to vote, by the way. It's not automatic, you remember. FCT Minister parts of Rivers State government, Wike will allow smooth governance. Wike will always win the governor, and Rivers State media, we should stop dragging this matter. DK from Port Harcourt. I am not in support of what Wike is doing to the governor, but I know both are politicians, so I don't want to judge. Wike is benefiting more, if you ask me, but the governor is protected by the president. Otherwise, he could have been thrown out through impeachment. In the overall, Tinubu is the ultimate benefactor. Andrew, please. What is the offense of the governor? Can you name one? Well, Assembly listed some of them. You can get that document and read. Ike from Eneka. You see what they described as his gross misconduct, including his deputy. You read that document. The assertion of the president that clearly stated governor should enjoy his first and leave the state for Wike to produce another loyalist. Andrew, I advise the governor to prepare his political house if he chooses to come back in 2027. The president, when he was the political leader of Lagos, did it to Ambode, and so I'd advise Wike, open your eye, Sim, open your eye. That's from Kelvin. Oh, you're saying that was how the president then allowed Ambode do what he was doing, just allowed him, and then when it was time for second time, that was when he now did what he wanted to do. When the president said Wike is a political leader, it means what? It then means that as far as politics is concerned, Wike is number one. And yes, you will agree with me that the governor is doing nothing with regards but politics. Chris Palmview from Igbo Echie sent that one. We'll take one more. FCT minister is the one benefiting most in this settlement agreement because the president is not making settlement based on reality. Marshal Odu from Umomoy. The settlements will be made based on interest and politics. What do you think? If you were the one, what would you think? What would you look at? Reality or politics and interest? Think about it. Let's see if we can squeeze in one or two on Facebook first, but it's taking quite a while to load. Okay. All right. Harrison says, I think the last time I checked, the FCT minister is not a member of the APC. Again, the president is telling the governor to queue. Let's go for a quick commercial now. Hello, Port Harcourt is next. Good morning.